Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the podcast. I'm sorry for the bad audio quality. I was recording it on Zoom, and I didn't have the correct microphone selected, so you're just going to have to deal with it. So anyway, enjoy the episode, and see ya.
Now.
Okay, hello.
Hey.
Welcome to the 8th episode, I think. It might be 8th episode of Wing Podcast. Today we have one of the first guests we've had. It's Robert Isaac. Yay. Welcome back. So things have changed since the last time you were on this podcast. Last time you did it, we talked about microphones, and you apparently concluded that Alexander Graham Bell invented the microphone / record player.
Facts.
Yes, totally. Okay, so we're gonna get started. We're just gonna skip to the random topics because why not? Okay, first word, development.
About development.
What things have you developed this year?
Why don't you look up the dictionary definition of develop?
Dictionary definition. Let me get my Google window up here. Definition of develop. It is grow or cause to grow and become more mature, advanced, or elaborate. Have you become more mature, advanced, or elaborate this year?
I've become all three of those things.
Oh,
yes.
Very, very, very.
I'm so elaborate.
So elaborate. I've developed some things. I don't know why everything's in a year. I guess just everything's in a year now. I've developed some music.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm hoping to release it on Spotify soon. Mostly all instrumentals. But yeah.
Well, I've developed some screenplays and working on some documents to pitch some things.
Documents.
See where those go. Yes.
Very, very.
It's like
elaborate documents.
It's like writing, but less fun. Because instead of actually writing the thing, you're writing like a document of like, this is what the thing could be if you're willing to pay for it.
Yeah. Please pay me. I guess I could also say I've written some stuff. I've written I kind of want it to be a book. I don't think it's gonna be, but I mean, it's about 3 chapters, but 3 chapters is like a page and a half, so it's about 7 pages long so far. Have not really worked on it this week, but
should adapt it into a 7-page short story, and then you're just done with it.
Yeah, like that's what I usually do, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna write something like really epic and like really cool, and it ends up being like 3 pages, and I'm like, that's cool, 3 pages, but I can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
You remember the Dizzle short film?
Oh, I do.
Should we let the listeners in on the Dizzle short film?
I don't know. I wouldn't get their hopes up too high. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually gonna become a thing. But I mean, it was a good 2 minutes of short film material that never made it.
I developed this coffee today. I'm holding up coffee. The Zoom.
Yeah.
It's in a Bob Ross mug.
Oh, I remember that mug.
Got it for Christmas like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. It's not is that hot coffee? Because the painting is not showing up.
It's warm. It's not as hot. The painting was there. Oh, that makes me sad.
Painting's gone now. You know, that's a good test of how hot your coffee is. Like, if the painting's not there, you gotta warm it up again. You gotta drink your coffee before the painting goes away.
I don't actually know how it works, but like I know they're like beer cans that like do the same thing, but like it changes color when it's cold or something.
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, Good Mythical Morning released a mug like that, but it's hot. It's their new season mug.
Ooh, okay. Do you watch Good Mythical Kitchen? That's become one of my favorite channels. They released a video this past week for like, what if instead of flaming hot Cheetos, they were freezing cold
I
Cheetos?
actually watched some of that video. Freezing cold Cheetos.
The blue powder like both intrigues and scares me. They essentially just ground up a bunch of breath mints and Altoids and
Oh, wow.
food coloring in
That seems
ground
toxic.
it to a fine powder, and it's just like the normal Cheeto dust, where like when you touch it, it like stains your hands.
Oh,
but
wow.
It's blue and
It's
minty.
A blue mint stain. Yeah. They do a lot of crazy stuff on it. I recommend that channel. I'm not gonna link it in the description because you already know what you guys already know how to get to it. But I am gonna link. What should I link in the description? I need links.
Well, I mean,
This is your time to sell out, Robert.
dang, I mean, you can follow the after school program on
Yeah,
YouTube,
yeah.
Deuterana memes and Shaman Rama on Instagram. All right, what's next?
Next topic. It is borrow.
Borrow. I mean, are you currently borrowing anything? I guess you could say my student loans for me borrowing money,
Ooh.
paying them back now.
Yeah. It's frozen. Random noun generator. Unfreeze. There we go. Module.
Module. I guess my microphone is connected to a recording module that's connected into the computer, which has some modules. What's your thoughts on modules?
I like modules. My microphone is probably what's the definition of a module? We gotta look this up.
Yeah, you should look that up.
It is each of a set of standardized parts or independent units that can be used to construct a more complex structure, such as an item of furniture or a building. Cool. So, yeah. I mean, technically everything I have in the studio is a module right now.
Yes, yeah. I'm currently on an IKEA table right now.
Really? IKEA
Yes.
table.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm on a...
And my couch is from IKEA.
That's a cool couch. I've seen my desk is we're just talking about desks now. My desk is, I don't even know. You know what it is, but I don't. You've seen it, but
it is conformed to the structure of the laundry room.
It's the laundry room studio.
Uh-huh.
Just for clarification, I am running my studio in the laundry room. So if you hear in the background, that's the washer.
Yeah, it's a great, because that was my studio, and it's great as long as there isn't laundry running.
Yeah, currently there isn't laundry running. Yeah, but I've taken over his studio now.
Is it cold in there?
Yeah, it is freezing. I have a heater going right here. It's the same heater that you had. It's
Wow.
the long thing with the evil red light on it.
Wow, I didn't have multiple monitors or an exit sign or any of this.
I have a vision board for my thing that wants to be a book.
Currently on my desk, I have my computer, all my sound equipment, hard drives. I got my keyboard right here.
Nice.
Got a whiteboard, got some artwork, and my girlfriend's TV that she brought over here.
Wow.
Has not taken back. So
yeah, on my desk, there's a little bit more on my desk. I got 2 green screens, a black sheet that I want to hang up at some point. I got 3 monitors, laptop, which I'm running that off, keyboard, audio box, which is my module that I'm using to run my microphone. It's a PreSonus audio box USB 96, not 69, 96. It's pretty good. I like it. You can run 2 things on it, some of this stuff. I got mouse, actually, new thing on my desk, Launchpad Mini. because I just got it like 10 minutes ago, and I still haven't figured out how to turn it on yet. Lamp, smart lamp. It's got an Apple sticker on it because it's smart. Vision board kind of thing. Then up here, got my whiteboard, all my robotics stuff on it.
Nice.
So yeah. Also down here, two speakers that were from some wedding. Some wedding. That's totally.
So those became yours?
Yes, those are both mine, and they're in here. Then I got a heater, and that's mostly it. But yeah, I also have this light up here. But yeah, so definitely recommend the PreSonus audio box. It's pretty good, especially if you run everything off of the laptop. Do you have any hardware you would like to recommend?
Hardware? I don't know. No, I think all my hardware is good.
Good.
But it's like there is better out there, so I don't
Yeah.
want to be like,
Same.
you definitely should get this. More so like what works for me, and I don't have the money to replace. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, that reminds me, I forgot to plug in my exit sound. I plugged it in. Anyway, so yeah, anything else to add for modules?
What's the definition of module again?
Oh man, I'm gonna make me read this again. Each of a set of standardized parts or independent units that can be used to construct a more complex structure, such as an item of furniture or building. Or any number of distinct but immaterialized units which a program can be built or up or onto which a complex activity may be analyzed.
Okay. Wow. Not sure if it exactly counts, but I feel like displaying my vinyl records as wall art
Yes.
maybe count as a module, because it's like
a piece of furniture.
There are a bunch of individual parts, and I could switch them out, and it's like they make great.
Yeah.
They make great like wall art because it's like you could trade them out.
Yeah.
For like new things.
I also just want to acknowledge. I know we already acknowledged this sort of, but the way that the record was invented, which you're supposed to be describing how the microphone was invented, but so went a little bit like this. Alexander Graham Bell invented a plate with grooves in it to make it easier to clean, but it actually turned out it was harder to clean. So you put it in a record player, and it played music. And for some reason, the record player was already existing.
Yeah.
My mind is just melting right now.
They used to use it to scratch plates.
Yes, scratch
the record player.
Scratch the food out of the grooves.
Watch, like pottery happen.
Pottery.
It's like an automatic plate maker.
Automatic plate maker. That's with really small lines.
I get more coffee real quick. This is cold now.
Yeah, it doesn't. The Bob Ross painting isn't showing up. Hello.
Right, what's the next topic?
Welcome back. Next topic. Okay, next topic is. It's Frozen.
It's Frozen. Decent movies.
Decent. Okay. Actually, none of these topics are good. Let's just do movies. I know that kind of destroys the point of the podcast, but let's do movies. Movies are cool. So this is a very obvious question. What's your favorite movie that the box this year? Or top 5, if you can narrow it down.
Yeah. Top 5 is easier. I always say if I like gun to my head, I have to go to a desert island. It could only bring 2 movies. It would be Short Term 12 and Inside Out.
Inside Out?
Yeah.
What?
Love Inside Out. Yeah.
Really? I've never seen that movie.
Also, Hot Fuzz, great comedy. 12 Angry Men, great classic white movie. It's about a jury of 12 men that have to decide if someone is innocent and guilty, and the whole thing pretty much takes place in like one room.
That sounds
it's shot like really well, so like it's not boring.
Wait a minute, that sounds like the scene from our Dizzle short film. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know they could shoot an entire movie in one room. I guess you could do it, but it seemed like it was very disengaging. Like there's no other
Well,
scenes or anything.
technically, there's the main like jury room,
Your audio
but yeah, it's
cut
pretty
out.
much just those two places until like the end of the movie.
Oh.
I read a book written by the director that directed that movie and a bunch of others. He was talking about to like switch things up. He started off only doing a few camera angles and added a lot more angles, and like he wanted to like as the movie got longer make you feel like tighter and closed in and more claustrophobic inside the room. So like
That's cool.
he started off the first third, the camera is like slightly above people pointing down.
Yeah.
During the middle third, it's like eye level, and during the last third, it's like slightly down looking up, so like you see the ceiling, and so it like feels like you see
You're
2,
like,
3 walls and a ceiling, and it
you're
really
like-
feels like you're boxed in and tight.
Wow.
It was probably
That's
the
a
best
cool
book
idea.
about movie making I've read. Yeah, and also like different lens choices to like kind of
Yeah.
smush things together.
Let's get like a telephoto lens or something.
Yeah.
Telephotos make everything squished, right? Like closer together.
Yeah, a longer lens will squish things. So
Oh yeah.
you
Can't
know,
you
like
zoom in a lot with a longer
like a
lens?
10mm lens would be like a fisheye. I like shooting on 35 a lot. It's a great like portrait angle. But then like once you get into like 50mm, things start squishing a little.
Yeah. I only have one lens.
Mhm.
I also have a Canon T3, so I don't know. Like highest resolution video is like 720p.
Yeah, see, I still have the T3i. I
It's
kind of
kinda-
need a new camera, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I'm mostly direct now, so it's like other people get
Other
to bring
people's
the
cameras.
camera,
Yeah.
which I'm totally okay with not paying for. Well, actually, I do pay for the camera. I do have to pay the rental cost, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe
I guess you
should
are
buy
paying for a
camera.
camera. Yeah. I think man, I don't know what my top movies are. That's I haven't seen a lot of movies really. Top like this year, probably like 20. Let's this year probably Call of the Wild was a pretty good movie. I've talked to Robert about that before. Yeah, you still haven't seen that movie, right?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's a good movie. They did Corridor did a video on that.
Oh, I did watch that. Yeah.
Corridor.
What else do you like this year?
Um,
This was a weird year for movies, just
yeah,
because.
they didn't really release a lot of. The Spider-Verse was that 2019?
That was 2018.
2018. Wow.
You remember that was 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I actually saw that one
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Really cool art
I was
style.
just talking about that last night. Someone asked me the question that like if somebody had like never seen a movie or like didn't know what movies were, like what
Yeah.
would be the 5 movies you would introduce them? Not necessarily the best or your favorite movies, but like
Just the
to
5 just
communicate
starting
what the concept of movies
are.
is.
Yeah.
I said Spider-Verse was out of the 5 you need one animated
Yeah. Just
many different styles of animation.
yeah.
It's like this is normal animation, but also there's Looney Tunes, there's anime.
There's
all
like
those
every single different type of animation, and like they made the movie look like a comic because they did the shading is just there's a name for it, but I forgot what the name is. It's like shading with darker lines instead of actually making the thing darker.
I actually just listened to a podcast with those producers to send it to you because they were talking about like it took like 2 years to even like just have like the basic look of like okay this is around being like I hope there's something here. Just trying different things
because like I think the thing that for me was when they did the like staggering of the animation on the frames.
Yeah.
Peter B Parker is just every frame he's a different thing. But what's the guy's name? Miles Morales.
Yeah, Miles.
He has staggered kind of frames. Staggered frames.
Yeah, so one's moving like more choppy, and they aren't necessarily like on the same.
Two-step. I don't know. Yeah.
Animated on twos. That's what it's called. No. What other movies did you see this year? Because I'd say just for this year, there's a movie called The Invisible Man. It's a horror movie, but
oh wow,
it was great because the main villain is invisible, but they managed to they do a lot of cool things with the camera to imply that there's a person there, even though there isn't. Like they will have the focus set as if someone's standing right there, but it's
that's cool.
Nothing there.
It's just an out of focus shot. That's just an excuse for them to use an out of focus shot.
Well, no, because they'll be creative and they'll place him next to a counter or something. So the counter will be in focus, but it's covered the lower third of the frame, so it's there's supposed to be a person there, but he's invisible.
Did they have to use a reference person for that, or did they just kind of eyeball where the person would be?
For a still shot like that, they'd eyeball it. Now there was a scene where somebody is fighting and wrestling the invisible person, and that was actually, I don't think Corridor has covered that yet, but that was a really, really incredible effect shot of fighting an invisible person.
Yeah, put down the comments.
Also, Soul was great.
Yeah, I did not know that. What's his name? David Diggs.
David Diggs.
How do you say his name?
He was Rapid Cedric.
Yeah, he was the dude from the rap thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that movie a month ago. It was a month ago, a few weeks ago, I think. It was pretty good. It was a little weird concept, but I'm like, yeah. I mean, once you actually get into the movie, I'm like, this is pretty good. The voice thing was the only thing that threw me off. They had the man's body, and then they had the
oh yeah.
That I was like, that's just weird. I think my top movies this year. I can't think of any movies that were released this year. Really, 2019, I think, or 2019, 2018. Greatest Showman was pretty good. That was one of my top musicals.
Mm-hmm.
Hamilton, probably top musical, but it's kind of not really a musical, but it kind of is. I mean, it's a musical, but it's not a movie. It's a
yeah. It's a recording of a show.
A recording of a show, yeah.
Have you seen Shrek the musical?
No, I do not. No,
it's on Netflix.
No,
I started it.
Why?
All that I needed to see,
and then you left. Why? What scenario were you in? Where you like, hey, let's watch Shrek? The musical.
My girlfriend was like, hey, Shrek the musical is one of the trippiest, weirdest things you'll ever see. No. I haven't seen it all the way through, but we're at least watching until the dragon comes, because there is a full-size dragon on stage.
I respect the dragon,
but it looks kind of janky.
Oh no! The guy with the weird chin, is that guy in it? Is the weird chin guy in it?
What about Lord Farquaad?
Yeah, Farquaad.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Man, that's weird. Also, while we're on the subject of movies, I know this is not really a movie. It's a TV show. But what do you think? I have not seen, there's a ton of hype surrounding WandaVision. I have not seen it. Do you recommend it?
I've seen the first 3 episodes. Haven't seen the one that came out yesterday, but
I'm getting notifications and stuff, or new episodes out, and there's everybody's. It's like when The Mandalorian came out, everybody was super hyped about it. I'm like, yeah.
I still haven't finished it, but WandaVision's interesting. They're
I know
they're
about
doing something with it.
All I know is the concept of it went from black and white and square to normal, but I don't know if that's happened yet.
Yeah,
that's all I can get.
the two characters are like living inside of a sitcom, but it's like every episode is a new era of sitcom. So they go
Oh,
like
that's
from like
interesting.
the 60s to the 70s to the 80s,
Yeah.
and just like whatever style sitcoms were in that era they're living in.
So like, it's a cool idea, but I don't get the story part of it. Like, how does that?
So they haven't revealed everything yet, but like every episode it pretty much plays out like a sitcom, but then there's some little clue as like, ooh, there's something more going on
So
here. But like it looks like so far that like Wanda has like all these superpowers and she's like created this whole world to
yeah,
live with Vision because Vision died.
yeah.
And so she's like created this like fake fantasy world where
Oh,
she could live with him, but like there are people on the outside that are trying to get her out.
that's a cool concept. Ooh, I want
Yeah.
to watch this now.
Uh-huh.
Man, that's cool. Um, yeah, I was also Mandalorian. The part where they revealed that it's not actually Yoda, everybody thought that it was. Spoilers, by the way.
I have
Spoilers.
not. Yeah, I haven't seen this part yet.
You have not?
Nope.
Have you? What episode are you on?
Uh, the one where Ahsoka shows up.
Uh
I
huh.
watched like the first scene of that and then had to turn it off because of
Okay.
work or something, and I haven't picked it back up since then.
Okay. Well, that's in that episode. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't think that's much of a spoiler, but
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was actually Yoda.
yeah, it's it's something like Kroger or something. It's
His name's Kroger.
Kroger. What is it called? What
That's
is?
a store.
I thought that's a soup brand, right?
Well, no, Kroger's a store.
Really?
Yeah, there aren't that many of them anymore. But
Grogu. That's what it is.
Krogu,
It's Grogu with a G,
Grogu.
not Kroger. Everybody was kind of sad about that. I was like, oh, I still can't like the. I've watched the entire season, but I still can't pinpoint what year, not year, what timeline it is in.
Oh, I think it takes place. It takes place before the newest movies, but after the original movies. I think it's in there.
Well, you've got to finish the season because there's something at the end, which is gonna make you
Oh,
confused.
okay. I mean, I know it shows up at some point, but
Yeah, you can't really avoid spoilers at this point. What's your favorite Disney Plus thing you've watched?
uh, I don't know. I don't watch that much Disney Plus. I don't
Yeah,
actually have it
you don't
anymore.
anymore. What?
No, I bum off my girlfriend when I need to
Ah,
watch
yes,
something.
the
But
old girlfriend tactic.
yeah. I mean, I did like the first season of The Mandalorian. Good
Yeah.
bit.
Um. Yeah. I mean, probably just
All the
probably
all the Muppet movies are on Disney Plus, which
no,
is fun.
no.
Don't like the Muppets.
The puppet things. Puppets are creepy. Pastor Puppet was kind of funny though, but
I
it's
have
creepy,
to
man.
I have to shoot a lot of children's content for work, and they bring in puppets.
No,
I do hate
you're
those
just
puppets.
acclimated to puppets now.
And yeah.
Speaking of puppets, I've recently subscribed to After School Podcasts.
Uh-huh.
It was so funny, man. That's the funniest podcast I've ever heard.
Oh yeah.
Especially the one with the pastor puppet, the virtue beans.
Have you seen the first podcast they did with Pastor Puppet?
I have not.
Oh, you need to go back and
I've
watch that.
watched
That
the
was a few
one.
months ago.
I've
It's the funniest thing. Shaman's just like dying. He could barely make it through.
yeah. My the two I've watched were the one about foot speed and the one about virtue beans. At the end of the shot, at the end of the podcast, you just have a wide shot of just all the people, and you just see what's the guy's name who did the voice of
Oh, Chris Freeland.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just see him doing this. You see him
Uh-huh.
just lying down in the background.
You want to hear the latest beat I made?
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a beat
battle.
beat battle. Yes, I have. I'll pull up my beat.
So, this clip was going around of this church was singing a song, and the pastor's just a weird conspiracy theory dude, so they were making fun of it. No, this is a different dude. Can you hear this?
I want you to begin to pray in the Holy Ghost. Come on. What? Whoa. Do it this week. You're hitting the mic. Wow.
Yeah, that's just that.
That's pretty good.
Oh, there's a great interlude section.
Ooh. This is like actually though. Hey. Are these all sampled from the
Yep.
what? That's amazing, man.
Oh, and he's trying to say that President Trump won the election, so there's a good bit of that in
Yeah.
the. We can just ignore that.
So, what was the topic again? I forgot.
I don't think we ever got a topic.
Okay.
I think you should get us one of those.
Get us one of those topics.
Give me a nice topic.
Yeah. We're gonna skip the one about prisoners. Generating. What is happening? It is not generating because it's frozen
Good
again.
Prisoner's pretty good movie. It's a really dark movie.
Really?
Shot by if you need to know the names of any camera people, you need to know who Roger Deakins is.
Yeah.
Great cinematographer.
Ooh.
Who also has a podcast now. He started it over quarantine.
Nice. We got a pretty obvious one. I think we can't turn down the opportunity. Computer.
Computer.
What computer are you using?
I'm using a 2017 MacBook Pro, which it over quarantine when I worked at home, I got used to like having a 2019 iMac, and I would do everything on that, and I didn't keep up with keeping free space on my little
No.
MacBook. It doesn't have that much space, so it's like now
Yeah.
I've had to give the computer back to work at my office, and so I just have this again. And for some reason, I'm so out of disk space that I can't export a video on this computer without it crashing. So I need to figure out what's up with that.
Yeah. Did you get the app I told you about?
I did, and I
It's
managed to
amazing.
clean up a lot of stuff, but at the same time, I also deleted some things that I shouldn't have. I had to reinstall Chrome after that.
Make sure you know what you're deleting. It's good if you know what you're deleting. I accidentally deleted something. It's like a old kind of disk thing, but I mean, it's fine now. I think it's just reinstalled it automatically when my computer updated. But what are you saying?
Oh, so maybe that might actually be my issue. Maybe I deleted some Premiere thing I shouldn't have.
Yeah, maybe.
I was deleting
Yeah.
What you working with?
I'm working with fastest piece of equipment I've ever owned, but that's not saying much. It is a MacBook Air 2012. It's the first gen. It's not the second. So it's pretty old. I mean, I can run 3 monitors off of it, or yeah. So
You have
I
3
guess
monitors?
Well, including the monitor, the built-in one. I have two external and then one built-in. That's what I mean.
okay.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I can run it's been really good. I'm currently what I'm running off of it now is I'm running with it plugged in, two monitors, built-in monitor, uh, this microphone, some USB cable that I don't think goes into anything, so I don't think that counts, and um, microphone. I already said that, didn't I? And a keyboard and a mouse. So that's basically it. It's got a lot more USB import things, what are they called? USBs than yours does. So it's pretty great. I have five USB things plugged in, but I have a USB hub, so I can plug that in. I got six, or not six, five, four, one, five USB things from one. So it's pretty great.
Oh.
I think my favorite software for my computer probably Logic Pro. Logic Pro, um, Premiere Pro, lots of pros. Premiere Pro, anything Adobe basically. Probably Blender also. Blender's amazing. I love Blender. Do you have Blender? You need to get Blender.
Yeah, I never learned Blender.
I mean,
For my high school senior project, I learned Desk Maya,
yeah.
which is similar. It's normally really expensive, but if with a student email, you could get an educational version.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But
I learned
after
Blender and
that senior project, I was like, you know what? I'm not that great at animation. I
yeah,
think I'm gonna do a hard.
yeah. I mean, I learned Blender in like a day and a half. It's pretty easy. Like, I mean, I don't know all the node stuff, but you don't really need to know it.
Yeah. What
Like,
all have you done in there? Because like my like final for my senior project was like I designed my own like human character, gave him like an outfit and everything, and like animated him walking around and stuff.
well, actually, did you use Maximo? Was that illegal to use Maximo?
Did I use what?
Maximo, Adobe.
What's that?
It's like a library of pre-animated like motion captured people
Oh, it's one of those. Okay, no, I didn't. The point of the
to animate it
project
yourself
was to
is
like
the point.
create it from scratch. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually just do like cool, just kind of trippy renders, just cool pictures and stuff. I sometimes make rooms and stuff, but um, I'm tried to do this with a really great app called F-Spy. Um, you can shoot a video, like shoot a video for a green screen or something, then go into F-Spy and kind of define edges and stuff, and then import that into Blender, and it will match your camera angle and lens like thing.
Oh wow.
And so you can composite yourself into a 3D scene like super easily. I never really figured out how to do F-Spy because it didn't really work that well. But I mean, that's just my one shot that I did because I didn't have enough lines in that shot. But it's really great. If you ever want to do that, I recommend that.
That's cool. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like a little behind on like programs and everything because I've spent like most of the past like 2 years just writing and directing, but now I'm trying to do more of my own shorts, so kind of having to get back into all that.
Yeah. I recently got a. I'm not paying for it because I don't want to pay for it, but I recently got a Highland 2. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still not paid for Highland. I just need to. I've been using it for 2 years. I just need to buckle down and pay the $60 or whatever to not have the watermark. But
watermarks are so annoying.
I like Highland a lot. It's just so clean and simple.
Yeah. What I'm using to write. So I wish this was a desktop app. It's only an iPhone and iPad app, but it's called Untitled, and you can basically just write just normally, and it will turn it into a script, like almost just complete just normal writing, and it'll turn it into a script format. So it's really easy if you don't know all this crazy format stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's a great app I have. It's called Weekend Read.
oh yes, I've had that app before.
Yeah, it converts screenplays into like a format that you can read it on your phone easily. Yeah, it's made by the same people that make Highland.
Oh, kind of. I like really wish that that was a Untitled was a desktop app, because like if you're writing on your phone, it just looks like you're texting all the time, you know. And I can write a lot faster on an actual keyboard.
Yeah.
But what I'm using to write air quote book uh, is an app called IA Writer. Amazing grammar. But it's like I really like it. Like you said, you'd like Highland because it's really clean. This is like super clean. It's it literally just gives you a text field, and when you want options to do stuff with it, they come up from like a menu that is like hidden kind of, but you know where it is. It's very minimalistic and it's very easy to write in it. They have a typewriter mode where you can like only see the sentence that you're writing. So you can focus on that current sentence. It'll do cliches and stuff. Like this is a cliche thing, and it'll do like grammar checks. It's actually it's pretty great. The mobile version is like $5, I think. Desktop version is $20. Still pretty amazing. Yeah, also recommend that.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I did splurge on one thing this week. I mean, I'd been thinking about it for like a year, but I did finally get AirPods. So.
Yes, let's go. Yes, that'll go perfectly with your iPhone 11. Are they AirPods or AirPods Pro?
Just normal AirPods.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
AirPods are wired. Yeah, those are. I'll have to want to get AirPods, but I don't have money, and I'd rather spend $200.
It's one of those things where it's like you don't need them, but like having them, it is like kind of convenient. Like
like especially
realize like how freeing it is not to have the wire.
It's just like I never use earbuds. I always use headphones, but the Apple earbuds are amazing because the shape, something about the shape is just like it doesn't. Yeah. It's like it fits in your ear. It stays in there. It's not like super big and uncomfortable. Like it's great. Yeah. And recommend AirPods too. I recommend a lot of things. At the end of each episode, I wanted to start doing this to recommend song recommendation. So
let's see what I've been listening to recently.
What song do you recommend?
Ooh, I'm gonna recommend. I've been listening to a lot. This dude's name is Benny Sings.
Yeah.
Yeah, just real nice, chill music. Nice. Sort of lo-fi, but not really. He did a cover of Passion Fruit by Drake, and I like it a lot better than the original version.
Yeah.
Put out a song called Nobody's Fault, which is just relaxing too. Yeah, just anything by Benny Sings. Great stuff.
Yeah. I've been listening to mostly Andy Mineo. Andy Mineo is really cool. I recently discovered a song by him. It's called Clarity. Haven't really listened to it recently. I mean, haven't listened to it before recently, but it's really good. Really great vocals and stuff. But another kind of oddball kind of song that I recommend is actually from Minecraft, but it's really good song.
I actually listened to the entire like original Minecraft
It's so
the
cool.
soundtrack
Though.
like a week
It's
ago.
good.
It is
It's like
great like ambient music.
Yeah, like C418 who did the original track. He did like a score for what was it?
I don't know. But I actually, funny enough, I was listening to a podcast with him. That's why I listened to the Minecraft soundtrack.
Yeah,
he's an interesting guy.
yeah. But I mostly is the new update. They released a new song for it. It's called Pig Step by Lena Rain. It's really really cool. Recommend that. So yeah. Well, thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. I will see you guys in the next podcast. Make sure to subscribe. I don't know. Do you subscribe on podcasts?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, make sure to subscribe and check out the Wing It YouTube channel. We got the first 2 episodes up. I'm still working on getting the other 5, getting the rest of the episodes up. After Effects is kind of really slow. But yeah, so see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.